I want to tell you about the drug dealer that was recently on the news, El Chapo. And El Chapo, in no way do I think this is a good guy. This is a horrible and horrendous guy. And much has been made about him being captured. And remember, our discussion has been about the source supply and going after the source of substance abuse. What did we absolutely accomplish of any functional sense at all? And if you would have spent probably 1/10 of that money over this length of time, imagine the extent you would have made a dent into substance abuse. What we are doing, but by not implementing the public health and the medical policy and approach to harm reduction, is basically marginalizing humans, destroying their life, putting them in a system of depravity, poverty, criminalization, and continued incarceration, law enforcement involvement that does zero to fight off substance abuse. And it makes absolutely no sense. And it totally baffles the mind why we want to create a society of incarceration, violence, adversity, depravity, poverty, and who thinks that is what we want? And we are obviously that's what we're aiming for. I want to tell you about the drug dealer that was recently on the news, El Chapo. And El Chapo, in no way do I think this is a good guy. This is a horrible and horrendous guy. And much has been made about him being captured. And remember, our discussion has been about the source supply and going after the source of substance abuse. Much was made about his capture. The millions and millions spent over the many years and the number of agents that went after him to finally eventually catch him and bring him to justice in the United States. And not one person during all of this, I think somewhere between 50 million and 200 million were probably spent in the pursuit, capture, prosecution of this guy. And I'm not saying it shouldn't necessarily be done. Or I'm not saying he's not a bad guy, but I think there was here's my point. What did we accomplish in terms of decreasing the supply of drugs into this country by spending $50 to $200 million on pursuing and resources on pursuing this guy, capturing him, bringing him to justice, showing him on the news? What did we absolutely accomplish of any functional sense at all? And if you would have spent probably 1/10 of that money over this length of time, imagine the extent you would have made a dent into substance abuse. Everything from education and prevention, which would have taken his business away, so there'd be no violence, to treatment. Last year, we lost 72,000 lives to this disease. And let me take it one step further. If you had decriminalization, I'm not saying legalization, decriminalization. I know this is highly controversial, and people might be going, well, take a look at Portugal. Imagine what would happen to El Chapo. This guy who's actually a folk legend, has become a folk legend from the absolutely demonic and satanic lifestyle that he pursued and what he's done. If we had decriminalization, if we had education, if we had prevention, if we had treatment, at 1/10 of the money spent on pursuing guys like him, prosecuting guys like him, and the whole prison industrial complex and punishment, if we had education in the public about who are drug addicts and how we should look at them with compassion, with care, with empowerment, with treatment, we would be $500 million ahead. And potentially this problem wouldn't be here. Please click on the video on the link to the left if you like what we're talking about. There's other videos regarding substance abuse. I hope to do a lot more on harm reduction. It's a topic that's near and dear to me. And please, below, leave any comments, any questions. I hope to generate a discussion regarding this topic so we can talk about it more in the future. Thank you very much.